The electric Q4 E-Tron and Q4 E-Tron Sportback are important cars for Audi. With their launch, no other automaker in America is offering as many EVs as the folks with the four rings. But with the E-Tron SUV, E-Tron Sportback and E-Tron GT serving as a strong proof of concept, the Q4's $49,995 starting price means it will be the model Audi relies on to reach its 30 target.To succeed. The 2023 Audi Q4 E-Tron lineup must provide a smooth transition for buyers coming from gas-powered luxury SUVs, while delivering the build quality, aspirational design and driving experience that Audi prides itself on. We wish we could tell you it was a success. As the name suggests, the Q4 sits between Audi's smallest SUV, the Q3, and its sales leader, the Q5. Its wheelbase is closer to the latter and the cabin feels more spacious than its dimensions suggest. Like Audi's Q5 Sportback, the Q4 Sportback has a sloping hip roof, but is mechanically identical to its regular sibling. Audi charges a $3,000 premium for the coupe-like profile.Powertrain options are exactly the same as what's available in the ID.4, minus that car's optional lower capacity battery. That means buyers can choose the Q440 with a single 201 horsepower rear motor, or they can add a front motor for 295 combined HP and all-wheel drive in the Q450. The Sportback can only be had with the AWD Powertrain, which is capable of an estimated 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds. All variants feed their motors from an 82.0 kWh battery. Audi claims 265 miles of range for the single-motor AWD option and 236 to 242 miles for AWD Q4s. The Sportback has a slight aerodynamic advantage. Charge speed tops out at 150 kilowatts. According to Audi, that's good for 5 to 80% charge in 36 tech. The Q4's got it. Audi's digital instrument cluster is standard, and a new 11.6-inch touchscreen infotainment setup is included for 2023, replacing the 10.1-inch system installed in the limited run of 2022 models. Range-topping AWD Prestige models rock a clever head-up display with augmented reality navigation. A loaded Q4 E-Tron Sportback Prestige with metallic paint, the convenience and black optics plus packages, and an optional tow hitch, AWD Q4s are rated for £2,650, tops out at $70,090. Approaching the Q4, there's little beyond a small E-Tron badge on the hatch and the filled-in front grille to designate the new model as an EV. That's part of Audi's strategy to ease the transition to electrification for potential customers who might otherwise be reluctant to buy an EV. Where some of the Q4's competitors look like Jetsons-ready futuremobiles, neighbors may be surprised to see a plugged-in Q4. There's a lot of visual weight between the door sills and beltline. The Q4 doesn't appear particularly graceful, it just looks like another Audi. Small details like an Easter egg Audi logo in each taillight, the industry's first customizable daytime running lights, and the E-Tron logo stamped in the rear bumper are convincingly premium. We'll share more of our thoughts on the cabin in an upcoming interior review, but if you've sat in any Audi recently, the Q4's cabin is what you'd expect and is much more usable than that of the ID.4. The infotainment is responsive and well laid out, materials feel high quality, and with the exception of some cheap plastic bits, fit and finish is excellent. There's a lot of space in the rear, too. But if you plan on carrying 6-foot adults behind you, you'll probably want to skip the Sportback's lower roofline.As for the drive. The Q4's electric powertrain is everything you'd hope for. Immediately responsive power delivery provides a jolt off the line if you whack the go pedal, but it offers a strong, gentle stream of power at speed, to maximize passenger comfort. The powertrain appeases EV newcomers with an impression of an impossibly smooth gas engine. Audi's navigation is among the few factory systems worth using, with easy inputs, clear directions, and quality satellite imagery on the infotainment screen and in the digital instrument cluster. Although we don't love the controls of the adaptive cruise system, positioned on a short stalk behind the bottom left quadrant of the steering wheel, The system brakes and accelerates naturally without fail.Audi handles regenerative braking differently than some automakers. There is no one-pedal drive mode, and even the highest regen setting requires frequent use of the unintuitive brake pedal. By default, the Q4 E-Tron will coast when you let off the accelerator, and 1 to 3 pulls of the left steering wheel paddle will add more regen. Unlike any other EV we've driven, the regen resets when you go back to the accelerator unless you're in dynamic mode. Audi insists the system knows how much regenerative braking force to use when you drive conventionally using both pedals, but we wish the Q4 gave the option of proper one-pedal driving. Audi succeeded in delivering an electric vehicle for the masses that will make the transition away from gas-powered vehicles easy. There's no learning curve, no giant touchscreen controlling everything, no 2040 concept car styling. The Q4 E-Tron has the build quality and sophisticated, understated design we've come to expect from Audi. If you want a semi-affordable German luxury SUV that happens to be electric from a company that seems to truly care about sustainability, go buy yourself a Q4.